I wonder what the Okay, first of all, we always welcome them to new antiques. Find out if they're interested in a table. When we find out they are, we bring them over to a demonstrator here. And we tell them that, of course, that we are new antiques, that we're a chain operation. We have 15 stores. We do make our own tables for our own chain of stores, and we don't sell them to anybody else because we can't keep up with the tables hardly ourselves because we do move more oak than anybody in the Midwest since we are the largest retailer of oak tables in the Midwest. But we have a solid oak table here. We have what we call a super bar top finish, and we do have the exclusive on that. They've improved the finish over any of the other tables, and our patents, at least I always tell them our patents, you know, do protect the thing. But we call this super bar top finish, which means it's more or less kid-proof or spill-proof. Anything listed on the sign here, you can accidentally or intentionally, whichever happens, you can spill this on the table and take the, well, we got fingernail polish on this. You can take fingernail polish remover, and that comes right off the finish, and it does not hurt the surface of the table or the finish of that at all. I'm nervous. I'm like Don, I'm nervous. No reason, but there's a lot of good features that this has that a lot of the other tables that you're going to be looking at don't. First of all, this is a solid oak table. You can always tell a solid oak table because the grain goes clean out to the edge and drops off. For a particle board table like you see over here, the grain changes direction on the edge, and we all know trees don't grow that way. The grain always goes through, so if you ever see a deal like that, and then at that time I normally give them a little green, you know, prove this is oak deal. And I kid with them and say, look, you know, you want to have fun while you're shopping. If they're dumb enough to tell you that, show them you're smart enough to present that and have some fun with it. And, you know, watch them start to stumble around, and, you know, you don't want to embarrass them, of course, but at least have some fun doing it. But you don't want to be lied to either. Modern technology is nice, but you can get taken by it, you know, sometimes because they do things so slick to cover up cheap ways of imitating, like in this example, a solid oak table. But it has I can't tell you enough about how tough this surface is. You know, if your little boy's out in the garage like mine is sometimes, and he brings the gasoline from the lawnmower can in, and he's playing with it, and some spills on the table, most finishes is going to eat it right off.
Will it scratch? Will the surface scratch?
It's, well, you know, chainsaws and axes, that's not part of the deal, of course. It is wood, but since it is oak, you can't fix that though, being that particular type table. If that's particle board and you dented it or chipped it, you're totally done. You can't really fix that table and refinish it like you can a solid oak surface. But this has the metal scissor clips here instead of the old type dowel pins that they used to make, but would always warp, crack, or fall out. And we also have the trunk latches on them. And we have the rack and pinion equalizers on this. And you can see how easily this thing works. You know, used to you had to get two of the biggest guys in the neighborhood to come over and get your table open and shut. This way you don't have to worry about it. You know, Mrs. So-and-so, you can do that, you know, yourself. Go ahead and try that. Now you always let them try it. And I have him try it too. You know, hands-on. I tell them this is a touchable oak, and that means that even with this certain type of special finish, our bar top finish, you can still feel the grain of the wood. It's not a Formica or a, you know, plastic type base that's going to chip and come off.
Good point.
But the plate's solid oak. Everything on this thing's solid oak. Pedestal, the legs. On the bottom of the legs, we have individual levelers that you can, you know, in case your floor is unlevel like ours is at certain places in here. And the table is also sealed on the bottom to keep the moisture content out as much as possible. It has a 5-year written warranty. That's another thing while you're out shopping. You have to really get in their face and say, you got a warranty, I want to see it. Can I take one with me? Because they can tell you anything. Talk's cheap. We don't talk. I got all that literature there, you know, and I'll give it to you just like going to the fair. You get all this stuff you really don't want to read, but if you're going to buy something that's going to last a lifetime, at least take this and read about it. Because we do have 15 stores, and that brochure I show them shows where all 15 stores are. I give them the written warranty card, and I go over that card with them, show them the warranty about the chairs, tell them that on the chair warranties, if the wood ever cracks, splits, chips, or loosens up anywhere, in 10 years, yes, 10 years, you know, we'll repair, replace it. You're not going to find a warranty like that anywhere.
What size does the table come in?
All sizes. What size are you comfortable with?
42,
42?
36, 42,
Okay.
42, 48. How many leaves?
I've got it comes, 42 has a 21-inch leaf in it. I've got a 42 in a double trestle or a split pad with two 21-inch leaves. The 48 comes with a 24-inch leaf, and I can also get that in a split pad or a double trestle with two 24-inch leaves in that too.
What's a split pedestal?
Split pedestal just like this table right over here. They actually take the pedestal like you see here, and it totally splits in half, and the tracking is along the outside is a galvanized track, because when you extend the pedestal that far, you know, you need the feet farther apart. There would be two top heads. All right, so this is the chair you want. Let me explain about this chair. This is what we call the Hornet planing. It's a double press. Now we buy from one of the premier chair manufacturers in the United States. They've been in business for over 52 years, so they've made a couple chairs. They carry a 10-year warranty on the chair. The warranty covers if the wood ever cracks, splits, chips, or warps, and if it ever loosens up anywhere on the chair whatsoever, it's repair replaceable for 10 full years. It's not prorated, it's 10 full years. And that covers, like I said, the legs and everything, and the brand's stamped right on the bottom, so you know exactly who makes it, because they have been around a long, long time. This comes in the golden, like you see here, and it also comes in the traditional. And we were carrying it in an ivory, and we're discontinuing that, but I think we can also get this in an unfinished if you'd like to order some of those down the road. Another neat thing about the whole chair company is, let's say, you know, a few years down the road you want to come back in and get some more chairs to match us. Well, they've been around so long they know the patterns that sell good, and we'll have this chair, you know, for a long time where we can, you know, you can come back in and get some. For our competitors, the little mom and pop stores, they just buy from whoever they can. They're not hooked up with any of the major manufacturers, so you don't, if you get something from them, you got to buy it all at once, because down the road you can't go back and get, you know, some more chairs to match your remaining set.
Okay.